Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Grey's Anatomy. I was 3 years old when the show first came out and I never watched it, like ever. And now it has what, 22 seasons, 21 seasons, and they've just been renewed for like another one. I don't even know what season they're on anymore. But I took the plunge and decided to watch it for the first time last week, and I'm already done with season 1, so now we're going to talk about it. So let's jump in to my thoughts that nobody asked for about season 1 Grey's Anatomy. But seriously, how did this show get 21 seasons? So part 1 is the setup. We're gonna talk about some of the cringy introductions, you would say. So the main character, obviously, if you know anything about Grey's Anatomy, is Meredith Grey. She's kind of like the protagonist, and it's called Grey's Anatomy. It's literally her last name. We're supposed to be rooting for her the whole time. Like, she's smart, she's funny. It's really hard to describe her in like good words because I don't like her. I know she's the main character. I just, oh my god. I even thought about skipping some of the scenes that she's in because I was just, oh my god, I could not do that. Some of her character flaws would be she cries a lot. I know she's dealing with a lot, don't get me wrong. I mean, the first couple minutes of like the show in the first episode is she gets up from sleeping with this guy named Derek, who is apparently McDreamy. Obviously, I've heard about McDreamy throughout my whole life, but I never kind of realized who he was until I put the 2 and 2 together last week. Yeah, nothing screams I'm a responsible surgical intern like getting wasted the night before your first day at work. So from there, we get introduced to the other surgical interns. Christina Yang, George O'Malley, Izzy Stevens, and Alex Karev. Christina is the hyper-competitive overachiever. George is the lovable loser. Izzy is the model-turned-doctor who somehow doesn't believe in herself. And Alex, if you've seen the show, what can I say about Alex? But somehow, even with all of this one-dimensional nonsense, you get hooked. Why? And we're gonna explain that. Because these cringy intros end up giving us characters we actually care about. But not in the first season. Let's talk about Meredith. She's the main character, and we're supposed to love her. But honestly, she's exhausting. If you've seen more than 2 minutes of the show, you will understand what I mean. Now, I'm not making this video to go on a hate spree and say I hate Meredith and everything. I think Ellen Pompeo is an excellent actor. I hate Meredith in Grey's Anatomy because she's just, I would not be friends with her in real life. I would probably be more friends with Christina and Izzy, but Meredith is just a no-go for me. She does have a lot on her plate. Her mom has Alzheimer's. She's starting her career as a surgical doctor, and she's in a situationship with her attending. More on that later. And she's just always like in self-pity. It doesn't make any sense. Meredith, literally, what are you doing? Like, I know you're supposed to be a little broken and complex, but sometimes she's just frustratingly whiny. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying into the tortured soul, routine. But unfortunately, I've been hooked on Grey's Anatomy. It's funny because I've been hating literally the main character of the show, and I can't seem to stop watching it. Part 3 is the HR nightmare and sleeping with your bosses, because apparently not just Meredith is sleeping with her boss, but Christina is also sleeping with her boss. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how that goes, but I would think that would be kind of frowned upon, and you would have some sort of consequence instead of, getting a little bit of hate every once in a while. take Christina and Burke, for example. Their relationship starts off with tension, power plays, and let's be real, no one even like tries to hide it. Like when they get in the same room together, they're literally like announcing it to the whole, not even room, just like the whole hospital, that there's something going on between them, and everyone's just supposed to pretend. She's an intern. Seems like he's next in line for the chief position, and she just got there like, what, 4 days? I don't even know how much time has passed. But wait, there's more. Because Christina finds out she's pregnant. Bro, what? Their dynamic starts off kind of weird, but honestly, after the season ended, I was like, man, they're my like favorite couple on the show right now. And I really hope that they like end up making it something bigger in the next seasons, because for those of you that have watched the show, don't spoil anything. I do know a couple of huge spoilers because it was all in the news when they first came out with those like episodes and like milestones. But besides that, I don't really know anything else that happened on the smaller side. So I really hope that Christina and Burke like make it like to the end. So part 4 is how much time has passed. Like, what is the timeline? And maybe I just missed it, but what the heck is the timeline for the show? It seemed like 3 days had gone by, and then all of a sudden people are getting like pregnant, relationships and stuff, and I'm like, I thought they literally just got there. What is happening? Oh, and I didn't even talk about Meredith and George and Izzy all moving in together. The second episode, Meredith says that they can move in together. Like, you barely know these people. Sure, you've worked 24 hours with them, and I'm sure you know a little bit about someone after working so close together for a whole day, and then you're just like, oh, all willy-nilly with your house? That doesn't make any sense. But again, I digress. Meredith is not my favorite, so we'll let her do what she wants. Felt very forced. Now she has to choose like George and Izzy to live with her, because that's the only way we're gonna get relationship building episodes out of that. Oh, and you know, spoiler alert if you haven't watched the show, but I would hope you have if you're watching this video. The chief needs brain surgery at the end of season 1. There's only 9 episodes in season 1. 9. And someone's gotten pregnant, someone has new roommates, we find out about Meredith's mom, and the chief needs brain surgery, and also people have very intense relationships already. What is happening? What kind of hospital is this? Is how all the hospitals in Seattle are like? Because that's insane. The chief of surgery needs surgery. What? That's crazy. But not just any surgery, brain surgery. Because why not? Why not? Why not? We're just gonna put that in season 1. Yeah. All right. Okay. Whatever. So I don't know who's running the place anymore, because it seems like sometimes the chief just lets the surgeons like do whatever they want. Sure, but that's how you want to run your hospital. But it makes me feel insane. So I feel like each episode in season 1, they try to get so much into the 42 minutes of the episode. Each one could have been its own season. Calm down with how much you're packing into like a season, and how much you're packing into an episode, because after each episode, I mean, maybe that's why they hooked viewers so much, because they packed so much in that you had to figure out what happens in the next episode. That makes sense to me. Now I'm hooked. I didn't mean to get hooked. I watched season 1 so I could figure out, you know, if I have something to make a video and thoughts about. And apparently I have a lot of thoughts. So here we are. So my final thoughts before I make the video too long, because like I said, the season is only 9 episodes. So I did read somewhere that they were supposed to make it longer, but there's another show, I believe, that kind of got in the way, and I forget what show that is, but if you know, leave a comment and let me know. Another show that they wanted to put out at the same time, so they made it a little bit shorter. Final thoughts. Is Grey's Anatomy cringy? Yes. Is Grey's Anatomy a little bit ridiculous at times and over the top and not at all like what the hospital setting is actually like in real life. It is. But if you look past that and you look at the actual show, it's about flawed, complicated people that are literally just trying to survive a shift without unaliving themselves and unaliving a patient. Because at the end of the day, is there a show that you want to keep watching? Yes. I did not go into this thinking that I would want to watch it as much as I have. And now I'm excited to go into season 2 and talk about, you know, what happens in that season. So, would I recommend it? Not if you're wanting an actual show, like medical show with the real medical things. If you want some drama and you need a show that has, at filming this, 420 episodes, and you need something that you're not going to watch in one weekend, because I did the math, it would take you 2 weeks. 2 weeks straight if you watch each Grey's Anatomy episode back to back to watch all of it. If you're looking for a show that you're not going to watch in one weekend, yeah, I'd recommend it.